Right, let's get the simple stuff out of the way first. I painted a set of hovels fruit in barrels because I wanted some scatter for, you know, dungeons, villages, whatever. I've got loads of these already, but they're all based up in groups. So I did individual ones, and they're lovely little resin pieces. They're very old now. They've been around for donkey's years. I'm not sure if there's a single wargamer who doesn't have some of these in their collection. Um, but there you go. So very quick, just washed and then a colour highlight. Except for the metal rims on the barrels, which I did with like about 4 shades of grey because I don't like doing them silver. Um, Usually they're painted black, and plain black just looks dull. So it kind of pastels them out a bit, puts them in the background. Okay, so 11 bits of fruit from hovels. That's not a bad start. In front of them, we have 4 zealots from Games Workshop. These are old miniatures. I hunted them down on eBay. I got them for what I think is a fairly decent price. They worked out about £5 each, which is compatible with modern fantasy metal miniatures. In fact, cheaper. If you go for a Reaper miniature, you're paying £7 or £8 now. So they're wonderfully characterful. Again, I'm sure you're fairly familiar with them. I bought them for my swashbuckling project. I wanted some religious fanatics. These are pretty fanatical. I've since ordered another 8 from eBay, so I've got a set of 12, which I think gives me all the ones I want. I think these are all second edition ones. I don't like the first ones, they're a bit too primitive looking. Then this range came along, and now they do them in plastic, but the plastic ones are all a bit, I don't know, I don't like them. Anyway, these are the ones. So there'll be more of these coming along soon. So lovely miniatures. I'm going to move them out the way because I now want to concentrate on the chaps at the front. Now this range here is a set of resin, I don't know, Chaos Peasants. They're sculpted by Andrew May of Statuesque Miniatures, and I got them on a Kickstarter. And I will confess, when they arrived, they were very small miniatures. And I looked at them and I thought, I'm never going to paint these. These are in the same sort of realm as hassle-free miniatures, which I always think look really lovely, and then I buy them and they turn up and they're really tiny, and I have a hell of a job painting them, and I hate them, and I sell them on. And so these sat in a box, but I was prepping these resin fruit and rinse them. I thought, let's just stick them in the pot and rinse them off as well. And so what do you know? They all got painted, which is quite nice. They aren't actually that small. This guy's he's on a 30mm base, so he's about 30mm tall. That's not very good, is that? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, and the detail on their hands and stuff is good enough for me to pick out. And I cracked through them and got them done in 2 and a bit sessions. So about there's 12 individual figures here. These 2 I based together because they really were tiny. And I did about an hour, and then I think 2.5 hours, and then about another hour. So what's that? 4.5 hours. Say 5 hours, including basing and stuff, to get these 12 miniatures done. And I think they're lovely. They're all, poor things, missing limbs and stuff. So they're I'm gonna dot them around my historical games as well. Not the homunculi and the foreground maybe, but these guys will lurk in various villages. This poor bloke here, he's got like a peg leg and a missing stump and an arm missing. Poor guy. So there we go, a lovely set. I don't know if you can get them from Statuesque Miniatures. They might just be Kickstarter only, I've no idea. If you can find them and the subject matter is your sort of thing, they are lovely miniatures. I'm going to move some more of Andrew's stuff to the front of the painting queue now. I've got his down at the bottom of the garden, like stuffed animal range, which he's promising to make more of, and I'm going to do them sooner rather than later. But for now, next up, I've got some more Border Reavers to show you next time. So that's it for this week. I think this is a week's painting, which is 12 and 4 is 16 and 11 bits of fruit, 27 things in a week. That's not bad. That's all down to the Hobby Streak Twitter hashtag, which I've been using, which gets me to do a little bit each day, because normally on a Thursday I wouldn't do anything, and on a Friday I do very little because I'm very tired by then. But since the beginning of the year I've been doing a bit every day, and it's made a phenomenal difference. In fact, looking back on my painting logs for the previous years, most years I don't paint anything until at least February. One year I didn't start till June. January is usually like a fallow month for me, so I'm really pleased with my progress so far. That's all down to Crafts and Minis, who got me inspired to do the Hobby Streak, so thanks to him. Right, that's enough waffling, rubbish. Let's move on. So as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.